Zlatan Ibrahimović is a Swedish professional footballer who plays as a striker for Serie A club AC Milan and the Sweden national team. Ibrahimović is renowned for his acrobatic strikes and volleys, powerful long-range shots, and excellent technique and ball control. He is regarded as one of the greatest strikers of all time and is one of the most decorated active footballers in the world, having won 34 trophies in his career. He has scored over 570 career goals, including more than 500 club goals, and has scored in each of the last 4 decades. Ibrahimović began his career at Malmö FF in 1999, and signed for Ajax 2 years later, where he gained a reputation as one of the most promising forwards in Europe. He departed 2 years later to sign for Juventus before joining domestic rivals Inter Milan in 2006, where he won 3 consecutive Serie A titles. In the summer of 2009, he moved to Barcelona in one of the world's most expensive transfers. After just 1 season, he returned to Italy having signed for Inter's rival Milan. With them, he won the Serie A title in his debut season. In 2012, Ibrahimović joined Paris Saint-Germain, leading them to their first Ligue 1 title in 19 years and soon establishing himself as a leading figure in their dominance of French football. During his 4-season stay in France, he won 4 consecutive Ligue 1 titles, was the top scorer in Ligue 1 for 3 seasons and became PSG's all-time leading goalscorer at the time. In 2016, he joined Manchester United on a free transfer and won his first European honour in his debut season. Ibrahimović joined American club LA Galaxy in 2018 and rejoined Milan in 2020, winning his 5th Serie A title in 2022. Ibrahimović is one of 11 players to have made 100 or more appearances for the Swedish national team, over a 20-year international career. He is the country's all-time leading goalscorer with 62 goals. He represented Sweden at the 2002 and 2006 FIFA World Cups, as well as the 2004, 2008, 2012, and 2016 UEFA European Championships. He has been awarded Guldbollen, given to the Swedish Player of the Year, a record 12 times, including 10 consecutive times from 2007 to 2016. Ibrahimović's 35-yard bicycle kick goal for Sweden against England won the 2013 FIFA Puskas Award, and is often considered one of the best goals of all time. Ibrahimović was named in the FIFA FIFA Pro World 11 in 2013 and the UEFA Team of the Year in 2007, 2009, 2013 and 2014. He finished at a peak of 4th for the FIFA Ballon d'Or in 2013. In 2015, UEFA ranked him as the best player ever not to have won the UEFA Champions League, while in 2019, 442 magazine named him the 3rd greatest player never to win the competition. In December 2014, Swedish newspaper Dagens Nyheter ranked him the 2nd greatest Swedish sports person ever, after tennis player Bjorn Borg. Off the field, Ibrahimović is known for his brash persona and outspoken comments, in addition to referring to himself in the 3rd person. Early life. Ibrahimović was born in Malmö, Sweden, on October 3, 1981. He was born to a Muslim Bosniak father, Efik Ibrahimović, who emigrated to Sweden in 1977, and a Catholic Croat mother, Jurka Gravic, who also emigrated to Sweden where the couple first met. Ibrahimović identifies with his mother's faith and considers himself a devout Catholic Christian. He began playing football at the age of 6, after receiving a pair of football boots. He alternated between FBK Balkan, a Malmö club founded by Yugoslav immigrants, Malmö BI, and briefly BK Flag football clubs. As a child, his mother sometimes hit him on the head with a wooden spoon, which would often break. After she was arrested for handling stolen goods, social services intervened. Concerned with his divorced mother's ability to cope with 5 children, one of whom, Ibrahimovic's half-sister, had a drug problem, at age 9 he was sent to live with his father. With food scarce at his father's home where the fridge was packed with beer, Ibrahimović often went hungry, so he would run to his mother's for dinner. He also shoplifted and stole bikes. On the tough upbringing that shaped his character, author David Lagerkrantz, whose CO wrote I Am Zlatan, states, "Complex is the best word to describe Zlatan. On the one hand he's a strong, warrior type who knew he had to be very tough to survive. So he takes on fights all the time because he's always had to. But another part of him is vulnerable. He's a guy wounded by his upbringing, who uses all that to create strength for himself. In his position, 99 guys out of 100 would have gone under, but he used his anger to make himself better. He told me, David, I need to be angry to play well." When he played with middle-class kids he felt inferior because he wore the wrong clothes and had no money, so he said to himself, one day I'll show them. That became his motivation. While in his early teens, Ibrahimović was a regular for his hometown club Malmö FF. At the age of 15, he was close to quitting his football career, in favor of working at the docks in Malmö, but his manager convinced him to continue playing. As a boy, his hero was Brazilian forward Ronaldo. An avid viewer of Italian football, another player he admired was prolific striker Gabriel Batistuta, a player with similar characteristics to himself. Club career: Malmö FF. Ibrahimović signed his first contract with Malmö in 1996, and moved up to the senior side for the 1999 season of Allsvenskan, Sweden's top-flight league. That season, Malmö finished 13th in the league and were relegated to the second division, but returned to the top flight the next season. Arsene Wenger unsuccessfully tried to persuade Ibrahimović to join Arsenal, while Leo Binhooker also expressed interest in the player after watching him in a friendly against Norwegian side Moss FK. On March 22, 2001, a deal between Ajax and Malmö regarding Ibrahimovic's transfer to Amsterdam was announced, and in July, Ibrahimović officially joined Ajax for 80 million Swedish kronor. Ajax. Ibrahimović received little playing time under manager CO Adria Ons, but when Adria Ons was sacked on November 29, 2001, new coach Ronald Koeman inserted Ibrahimović into the starting lineup as Ajax won the 2001-02 Eredivisie title. The next season, Ibrahimović scored twice in a 2-1 victory over French champions Lyon in his Champions League debut on September 17, 2002. He scored 5 Champions League goals overall as Ajax fell to Milan in the quarter-finals. Ibrahimovic's profile rose when he scored an individual goal against NAC Breda on August 22, 2004, a slaloming run past 5 opposition players which the commentator compared with Diego Maradona and Zinedine Zidane that was eventually voted the goal of the year by Eurosport viewers. On August 18, 2004, during an international match against the Netherlands, Ibrahimović injured Ajax teammate Rafael van der Vaart, who later accused Ibrahimović of hurting him intentionally. Juventus. Ibrahimović moved from Ajax to Juventus for €16 million. He was promptly inserted into the starting 11 due in part to top scorer David Trezeguet's injury problems, and scored 16 goals. The club finished top of the Serie A, and in the Champions League they reached the quarter-finals before being knocked out by eventual champions Liverpool. Near the end of the season, Juventus reportedly rejected a €70 million bid for him from Real Madrid, which was later revealed to be a publicity stunt initiated by Ibrahimovic's agent, Mino Raiola, in order to increase his market value. At the end of his first season in Italy, Ibrahimović was named Serie A Foreign Footballer of the Year, and in November 2005, he was awarded the Gold Ballon, a prize awarded to the best Swedish footballer of the year. The following season was poor compared to his first season. His role in Juventus' attack changed, as he became less of a goal scorer and moved more to the sidelines, taking much part in the build-up play, especially as a target player, and his assist numbers increased. In the 2005-06 season, Juventus fans often got frustrated with him due to his anonymous presence in certain important games such as the Champions League defeat to Arsenal. Juventus were stripped of their last 2 Scudetti as part of the verdict from the Calciopoli scandal, and were relegated to Serie B. The new staff tried to persuade Ibrahimović and other top players to stay with Juventus, but the player and his agent were adamant to move on, with Raiola threatening legal action in order to extricate Ibrahimović from his contract. Inter Milan. On August 10, 2006, Ibrahimović completed a €24.8 million move to Inter Milan, signing a 4-year deal. Ibrahimović said that he had supported Inter when he was young. Ibrahimović made his debut for Inter on August 26, 2006 against Roma in the 2006 Supercoppa Italiana, playing the full 90 minutes as Inter won after extra time. He scored in his Serie A debut against Fiorentina on September 9 as Inter commenced the league with a 3-2 win at Stadio Artemio Franchi. 3 days later, in his first Champions League appearance for Inter, Ibrahimović was not able to avoid the 1-0 away defeat to Sporting CP as Inter began their European campaign in the wrong way. Later, on October 28, in his first Derby della Madonnina match against crosstown rivals Milan, Ibrahimović scored the 3rd Inter goal of the match and also his 3rd league goal of the season in a 4-3 thriller win. In his first season at the club, Ibrahimović top-scored for Inter in Serie A with 15 goals, as the team won the Scudetto with a record 97 points. Ibrahimović played his 100th Serie A match on September 16, 2007 at the San Siro against Catania, where he appeared as a second-half substitute for Hernan Crespo in an eventual 2-0 win. In 2007, he signed a new contract until June 2013. It was reported that this contract had made him the world's highest-paid footballer. On May 18, 2008, Ibrahimović scored both goals in a 2-0 defeat of Parma on the final day of the 2007-08 Serie A season to give Inter a second consecutive Scudetto. Overall, he scored 17 goals in 26 league matches, and was named both Serie A Footballer of the Year and Serie A Foreign Footballer of the Year. Ibrahimović started his 3rd Inter season by winning the Supercoppa Italiana against Roma. After the regular and extra time had finished in a draw, the match went to a penalty shootout where he successfully converted his penalty attempt. He scored his team's only goal in the 2008-09 Serie A opening match against Sampdoria, which finished in a 1-1 draw. On October 4, during the match against Bologna at home which Inter won 2-1, Ibrahimović scored a sensational goal, stunning Francesco Antonioli with an irresistible backheeled shot from Adriano's left-wing cross. The goal was later voted Goal of the Year in Serie A. On October 19, 2008, Ibrahimović continued with his solid performances by scoring twice in an impressive 4-0 win at Roma, taking his tally up to 5 league goals. He then scored another double in the matchday 12 win against Palermo to help Inter take the lead in the Serie A table by 1 point. In the next fixture, Ibrahimović provided the assist on the only goal in the Derby d'Italia match against Juventus at home, helping Inter to extend their league lead. Ibrahimović ended the 2008-09 Serie A season as the league's top goal scorer with 25 goals, helping Inter to another league title. He was also named both Footballer of the Year and Foreign Footballer of the Year for the second consecutive season. Barcelona. 2009-10 season. 2010-11 season, loan to Milan. AC Milan. Ibrahimović started the new season on August 6 in the 2011 Supercoppa Italiana against city rivals Inter, where he scored the first goal of a 2-1 comeback victory to clinch the first trophy of the season. In the opening league match of the 2011-12 season, Ibrahimović scored Milan's first goal of a 2-2 home draw against Lazio. He scored his first Champions League goal of the season on September 28 in a 2-0 home win against Victoria Plze, which was followed by another one on October 19 against Bate Borisov in another 2-0 home win. He continued with his solid performances as he scored in a 4-1 home win against Parma and a brace in the team's 3-2 away victory over Roma, ending a successful month of October. November saw him score in consecutive games against Bate, in the Champions League, and Catania, in the league. Later in the month against Barcelona in another Champions League tie, Ibrahimović scored against his old club to equalize the game at 1-1. Barca eventually pulled away, however, with Xavi scoring the winning goal for the Catalan Giants to make it 3-2 at the San Siro. He ended November with a brace against Chievo. The first of those tallies brought his Serie A career total to 100 goals. In December, Ibrahimović scored a goal in each of 5 Serie A games. As 2012 started, he scored against Atalanta, converting a penalty kick. He was the top goal scorer of Serie A, with 14 goals in 16 appearances following a brace against Novara, of which the second goal came from a back heel. On February 5, 2012, in a match against Napoli, he was shown a red card for slapping Salvatore Aronica in an off-the-ball incident, and was given yet another 3-match ban from Serie A games. On February 15, in the first leg of the Champions League's round of 16, Ibrahimović set up both of Robinho's goals and also scored by a spot kick, thus helping Milan win 4-0 over Arsenal. On March 3, during the 4-0 away win against Palermo, Ibrahimović took the lead of the goal-scorers table as he scored a first-half hat-trick to take his tally up to 17 goals. He finished the season as Serie A top scorer with 28 goals in 32 matches. Paris Saint-Germain 2012-13 season, 2013-14 season, 2014-15 season, 2015-16 season. Manchester United. On July 1, 2016, Ibrahimović signed as a free agent for Manchester United on a 1-year contract, which had the option of being extended depending on his performance for the club. His salary was reported to be £200,000 per week. 2016-17 season, 2017-18 season. LA Galaxy. On March 23, 2018, Ibrahimović signed for Major League Soccer club LA Galaxy. He announced his arrival in idiosyncratic style by taking out a signed full-page advertisement in the Los Angeles Times that simply said, "Dear Los Angeles, you're welcome." 2018 season, 2019 season. Return to AC Milan. 2019-20 season, 2020-21 season, 2021-22 season, Scudetto winner. International career. Youth. In 1999, Ibrahimović played 4 games and scored 1 goal for the Sweden U18 team. In 2001, he made his debut for the Sweden U21 team and played in 2 games in the 2002 UEFA European Under-21 Championship qualifying campaign, including the second leg game against Belgium in the qualification playoffs, which saw Sweden eliminated from the competition. In total, Ibrahimović played 7 games and scored 6 goals for the U21 team. Senior. Early career and 2002 FIFA World Cup. UEFA Euro 2004, 2006 FIFA World Cup, UEFA Euro 2008, 2010 FIFA World Cup qualifying, UEFA Euro 2012. 2014 FIFA World Cup qualifying. Sweden's top scorer, UEFA Euro 2016 and initial retirement. Talks of comeback and return to the national team. Style of play. Ibrahimović has been described by ESPN as being good in the air, quick, tall, strong and agile. He plays well with his back to goal and boasts some of the best finishing, vision, passing and ball control around. A versatile and well-rounded attacker. From a tactical standpoint, Ibrahimović is capable of playing anywhere along the front line, due to his ability to both create and score goals for his team, although he is most often deployed as a striker, due to his composure and eye for goal. He has also functioned in a more creative playmaking role at times, as a supporting forward or even as a number 10, in particular in his later career. After losing some of his pace and stamina with age, this deeper position allows him to drop into midfield to pick up the ball, where he can utilize his technical ability, vision, passing, and movement to create space and provide assists for teammates. While naturally right-footed, Ibrahimović is a powerful and accurate striker of the ball from both inside or outside the penalty area with either foot, and is also known for his accuracy from penalties and dead ball situations. An accurate finisher with his head as well as with his feet, his height, elevation, and strength often give him an advantage at winning aerial challenges, and also allow him to function as a target man. Despite his large stature, Ibrahimović is uncommonly agile for a player of his size, and his athleticism and ability in the air have seen him score several goals from acrobatic strikes and volleys throughout his career, which earned him the moniker Ibracadabra in the Italian media. In spite of his size and physique, Ibrahimović possesses excellent technique and ball control, which, coupled with his balance, power, and physicality, enables him to hold up the ball well with his back to goal, retain possession, and link up with other players. He has also been praised by pundits for his creativity and dribbling skills. Although he is not gifted with exceptional pace, in particular over shorter distances, which became more evident in his later career as he slowed down with age, he is also a quick player and a fast sprinter, who possessed significant acceleration in his youth, and was able to clock top speeds over 30 km per hour even into his 30s. Considered to be a highly talented player in his youth, due to his prolific goal-scoring, consistency, and spectacular strikes, Ibrahimović came to be regarded by many in the sport to be one of the best players in the world during his prime, and as one of the greatest and most complete strikers of his generation. He has also been regarded as one of the greatest strikers of all time. Ibrahimović has drawn praise from managers and teammates for his leadership and longevity, as well as his fitness, professionalism, and dedication in training. Regarding his work ethic, his former Juventus manager Fabio Capello commented in 2016, "At the beginning of his first spell at Juventus I noticed that he was weaker than I thought when he had to kick the ball and was not very strong in the air." Ibrahimović loved making assists more than scoring goals. "I wanted him to become more ruthless in front of goal and improve his finishing. He had the same technical skills as Van Basten and I made him watch some videos of him to improve his finishing. I told him to watch Van Basten's movements inside the area and the way he used to score goals. Ibra got it straight away. I think results are out there to prove it. He is a very humble guy and he worked every day to improve. He's proud of himself too. He loves being the best." Although Ibrahimović has been criticized at times in the media for being inconsistent in high-pressure situations, and for his limited work rate and poor performances in big matches, in particular in his youth, throughout his career he has scored in some of the biggest matches in football. These include the Derby della Madonnina and the Derby d'Italia in Italy, El Clásico, El Otro Clásico, and the Catalan Derby Barcelona in Spain, Le Classique in France, De Klassieker and De Topper in the Netherlands, and the Manchester Derby and Northwest Derby in England. as well as UEFA Champions League and UEFA European Championship games against some of the strongest opponents in European football. He has also scored in the Helsingborgs IF Malmö FF Skåne Derby in Sweden, and in El Trafico and the California Classico in the United States. Moreover, in addition to being a prolific striker, he has also been highly successful throughout his career, winning numerous titles in several countries. Additionally, he is the only player to have scored for 6 different clubs in the Champions League. Known for his strong mentality and leadership, as well as his extroverted and highly competitive personality, despite his success, he has been criticized in the media for his arrogance, aggression, and rebellious character, as well as his lack of discipline on the pitch, in particular in his early career, which has led him to involved in confrontations with other players, some of his managers and even reporters. Ibrahimović has frequently been compared to Dutchman Marco van Basten, due to their similar playing styles, physiques, and proclivity for scoring from powerful shots and volleys. Despite this comparison, Ibrahimović has stated that his main influence was his idol, former Brazilian forward Ronaldo, whom he regards as the greatest player of all time. He has also been likened to the enigmatic French former footballer Eric Cantona, who also played for Manchester United. Football-related business activities. Ham RB IF. On November 27, 2019, it was announced that Ibrahimović had bought 23.5% of the shares in Ham RB IF, a Swedish top-flight club from Stockholm. The seller was Anschutz Entertainment Group, also the owner of his former club LA Galaxy, who reduced their stake in Ham RB by half. In Sweden, all sport teams in the league systems are regulated to be non-profit organizations, which means that a majority of the voting rights, or 51%, is still controlled by the members of the club. Fans of Malmö FF, who were unhappy with Ibrahimovic's investment in another Swedish club, have vandalized his statue in Malmö on numerous occasions. Controversies. Ibrahimović has been involved in several violent incidents with teammates. When he was playing for Malmö FF's junior team, Ibrahimović headbutted a teammate after he was tackled by him during a training session. The teammate's father, a police officer, wanted the other players to sign a petition to expel Ibrahimović from the team. After a 2004 international friendly against the Netherlands, Ajax teammate Rafael van der Vaart publicly accused Ibrahimović of deliberately injuring him during the game. Ibrahimović responded by threatening to break both of van der Vaart's legs. Ibrahimović also reportedly punched Ajax teammate Mito in the dressing room after the latter had thrown a pair of scissors at him. During his spell at Barcelona, Ibrahimović had a falling out with coach Pep Guardiola, culminating in a dressing room incident in which Ibrahimović allegedly threw a training kit box across the room and screamed insults at Guardiola. Guardiola eventually refused to speak to Ibrahimović and loaned him out to Milan. Barcelona vice president Carles Villarrubi further revealed that Ibrahimović had threatened to publicly beat up Guardiola if he was not released to Milan. Ibrahimović stated that Pep Guardiola was not a man during an interview with CNN in November 2015. In 2010, Ibrahimović was involved in a training ground fist fight with Milan teammate Oga Kayanu, after Ibrahimović had made a two-footed tackle on Anu, followed by a headbutt. The two were separated and the session prematurely abandoned, with Ibrahimović suffering a broken rib in the fracas. Both players had accused one of insulting the other. In March 2011, Ibrahimović was given a 3-match ban for punching Bari defender Marco Rossi in the stomach during a game. He received another 3-match ban in February 2012 for slapping Napoli player Salvatore Aronica. In 2011, Ibrahimović kicked teammate Antonio Cassano in the head while Cassano was speaking to reporters. In November 2012, while with Paris Saint-Germain, Ibrahimović received a 2-match ban for kicking Saint-Étienne goalkeeper Stéphane Ruffier in the chest. In December 2012, he was accused by Lyon defender Dejan Lovren and president Jean-Michel Aulas of deliberately stamping on Lovren's head. Lovren suggested the reason Ibrahimović had escaped punishment was due to his superstar status. In February 2013, UEFA handed Ibrahimović a 2-match ban for stamping on Valencia winger Andrés Guardado. In March 2013, PSG winger Lucas Moura claimed that Ibrahimović regularly insulted teammates, stating, "He always asks for the ball and insults a lot. He is sometimes a bit arrogant and complains." Lucas later claimed, however, that the interview was twisted and badly translated. In May 2013, Ibrahimović was filmed screaming at PSG sporting director Leonardo after the club's title victory. Lyon coach Hubert Fournier accused Ibrahimović of abusing officials, stating in January 2015 that all the referees in this league get insulted by this person. 2 months later, following a Ligue 1 loss to Bordeaux, Ibrahimović was recorded ranting about the level of officiating in the match, proclaiming, "In 15 years I've never seen a referee in this shit country, don't even deserve PSG." He later apologized, but was criticized by French politicians, and Ligue 1 imposed a 4-match ban. In 2013, Ibrahimović came under fire from the Sweden women's national team for an interview published on Christmas Day by tabloid Expressen, in which he had commented about the disparity of achievements by, and the treatment of, male and female footballers. His former teammate Anders Svensson had been rewarded with a car for becoming Sweden's most capped player that year, but Therese Sjögren had received no such reward for doing likewise for the women's team, despite owning 41 more caps than Svensson at the time. Ibrahimovic's response to the issue was that Sweden would be devaluing Svensson by comparing him with the ladies' individual achievements. "They can get a bike with my autograph on it and then we're good." Coach Pia Sundhage replied that his comments were sad and unfortunate and epitomized failings in the basic values of male football, while Sjögren said, "I understand him when he says that the men's national team brings in more money and exposure. That's true. But this is about respect." On May 21, 2018, Ibrahimović was sent off for slapping Montreal Impact player Michael Petrasso in the head, after the latter had stepped on his foot. In April 2019, Real Salt Lake defender Nedim Onyoha accused Ibrahimović of foul play and threats to injure him during a game, calling him arrogant, disrespectful, and a complete thug. In May 2019, Ibrahimović received a 2-match ban for violent conduct, after he had grabbed New York City FC goalkeeper Sean Johnson by the neck. On July 20, 2019, Ibrahimović elbowed Mohamed El Monir during a match with the LA Galaxy against Los Angeles FC, then had an altercation after the match with their goalkeeping coach Zach Abdel, telling him, "Go home. You little bitch. Go home." More controversy followed suit when, following Galaxy's loss to crosstown rivals Los Angeles in the playoffs, Ibrahimović was seen making obscene gestures towards heckling fans as he left the pitch. In November 2019, Ibrahimović bought a 23.5% stake in Stockholm-based club Hammarby, who were the rivals of the striker's boyhood team, Malmö FF. In a statement, Ibrahimović expressed his admiration for the club and its fans, and how he was excited for the opportunity to support one of the most interesting and influential clubs in Sweden. However, this investment decision infuriated many fans of Malmö who considered it a betrayal, and they vandalized his bronze statue and set it ablaze. Ibrahimović responded to the incident by claiming that the decision had nothing to do with where he began his career. Ibrahimović received a 1-match ban following an altercation with former teammate Romelu Lukaku in his side's Coppa Italia fixture against Inter Milan in January 2021, in which pitch-side microphones picked up Ibrahimović repeatedly telling Lukaku, "Go do your voodoo shit," calling him a little donkey, and telling him to call mother. Ibrahimović denied accusations of racism, posting on Twitter, "There is no place for racism." An investigation was opened by the Italian Football Federation, with a potential 10-match ban for Ibrahimović if found guilty of racial abuse. However, it was reported in March that he had been cleared of the charge, as the incident was deemed purely unsportsmanlike and only warranted a fine. In April 2021, Ibrahimović was investigated by UEFA over alleged financial interest in a betting company called Bethard. A month later, he was fined €50,000 by UEFA for breaking disciplinary regulations related to his interest in the aforementioned betting company. Personal life. Ibrahimović has one sibling and 4 half-siblings. His longtime partner is Helena Seeger, with whom he has 2 sons, Maximilian and Vincent. He used to reside outside Los Angeles when he played for LA Galaxy. However, he still has a home in Malmö, where he spends his summers. Ibrahimović received an honorary black belt in Taekwondo. He attended classes at the Malmö Taekwondo Club NIET as a child. Ibrahimović is fluent in 5 languages: Swedish, Bosnian, English, Spanish and Italian. He has stated that he was raised as a Catholic. Ibrahimović often refers to himself in the third person. The name Zlatan was trademarked in May 2003 at the Swedish Patent and Registration Office for most likely being perceived as Zlatan Ibrahimović, meaning he receives exclusive rights to the name for certain products, including sporting goods, clothing, and shoes. Ibrahimović is under contract with Nike and features in their television advertising where he has appeared alongside other players endorsed by the company, including Cristiano Ronaldo, Neymar, and Wayne Rooney. He wears the Nike Mercurial boot line and has the names and dates of birth of his sons embedded onto the external sides of his boots. In late 2007, Ibrahimović, with the help of Nike, self-funded Zlatan court in the streets of the city district Rosengård in his hometown Malmö. He provided a playing mat, goalposts, lighting, and a modern fence. In 2008, he donated new Nike kits to his youth club, FBK Balkan. In a February 2011 interview, Ibrahimović stated that the boxer Muhammad Ali is one of his role models, going on to say, "One of my idols in sport and outside the sport also. He believed in his and he never gave up." While in Malmö with the national team in September 2012, Ibrahimović was honored with the inscription of his name on the city's Walk of Fame of Sports. The Swedish Post Office issued a set of 5 postage stamps featuring Ibrahimović in March 2014. Ibrahimović features in EA Sports FIFA video game series, and was the 4th highest rated player in FIFA 15. On August 11, 2014, Ibrahimović paid US $51,000 to send the Swedish national football team for the intellectually disabled to the INES World Football Championships in Brazil. After teammates Johan Elmander, Kim Kallström, Andreas Isaksson, and Per Nilsson donated autographed jerseys to be auctioned off for the cause, Ibrahimović responded, "What the hell are you going to do with a shirt? How much is it to go?" In a league match against Scene on February 14, 2015, Ibrahimović took off his shirt after scoring a goal to unveil the removable tattooed names of 50 people suffering from hunger around the world, in a gesture to raise awareness for famine in accordance with the United Nations World Food Programme. Active on social media, Zlatan has over 55 million Instagram followers, the most for a Swede. Independent Swedish film production company Auto Images released the sports documentary Becoming Zlatan in February 2016, which follows Ibrahimović through his formative years with Malmö FF and Ajax all the way to his breakthrough with Juventus in 2005. The film has been featured at several film festivals including the International Documentary Film Festival Amsterdam, Helsinki Documentary Film Festival and the Rouen Nordic Film Festival amongst others. He does not drink alcohol. In 2018, Ibrahimović mentioned that his wife only allows him to hang one picture of himself at home. "My wife does not allow me to have pictures of myself," then added, "There is one of my feet on the wall. That is what has given us what we have. It is a reminder for the family, not for me, of what we have." On October 8, 2019, a statue of Ibrahimović was unveiled in his hometown, outside Malmö's stadion. The statue, created by Peter Linda, is 2.7 m tall and weighs almost 500 kilograms. Religious and social background. Ibrahimović was born to a Bosniak Muslim father, Efik Ibrahimović, and a Croat Catholic mother, Jurka Gravic. His parents were immigrants to Sweden from SFR Yugoslavia, Efik from Bijeljina, SR Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Jurka from Perkos near Cabranja, SR Croatia, and met for the first time in Sweden. Ibrahimovic's parents divorced when he was a child, and although his upbringing was divided between them, he spent more time with his father. "I had time with my mother, but I really lived with my father." Relatives on both sides of his family were killed in the Bosnian War of the early 1990s. He has said in a 2012 interview with PSG that, "My father is Muslim, my mother is Catholic, but none of that has anything to do with football. I received a special education. I'm me, and football is a religion in its own right, and everyone is welcome." Ibrahimović was incensed in 2005 when Italian media attempted to build interest in a Juventus Inter match by describing it as a mini-Balkan war between himself and Serbian opponent Sinisa Mihajlović. He said that he had no interest in nationalism, partially due to his mixed Bosniak-Croat parentage and his younger half-brother being fathered by a Serb. In an interview with CNN on November 24, 2015, he stressed that his Muslim background was not a factor in fans' perception of him. "For me, it didn't change because my father is Muslim and my mother is Catholic. For me it is all about respect. That's how I grew up and the way I learned to be. This is what I am." Nevertheless, he later described himself as a deeply faithful Catholic. The Malmö-based television presenter Teddy Landon, who was interviewed for the same documentary, noted Ibrahimovic's choice of shirt name following his 2001 transfer to Ajax. He believed that the player changed from having Zlatan to having Ibrahimović on his jersey to honor his background and show to children from Rosengård and Malmö in general, "If I can do it, you can do it." In Ibrahimovic's autobiography, he says that this change was only because his relationship with his father had improved at the time. On February 18, 2021, during a Europa League round of 32 match between Red Star Belgrade and Milan at the Ratko Mladić Stadium, Ibrahimović was subjected to racism by the Red Star fans. Ibrahimović, who did not play the match, watched the game from the stands and jumped to celebrate once Milan scored, when a fan shouted insults at him, including Balaja, an ethnic slur targeting Bosnian Muslims. The match was played behind the closed doors due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but a few supporters were allowed to spectate from a VIP box. Red Star Belgrade issued an apology and condemned the insults. However, UEFA opened an investigation of the incident nevertheless. On April 14, 2021, the club was fined €30,000 and ordered to play a home game in European competition behind closed doors. Tattoos. His surname is tattooed in Arabic on the back of his right arm, the names of his sons Vincent and Maximilian on his right arm. He has the common Buddhist 5 Deva faces yantra representing wind, water, fire, creative perception, and space, arranged in a way believed to ward off illness and injury, on his lower back, in addition to a roaring lion. Another Buddhist tattoo, a Yant Prajayo Kaunarot, is a protective emblem intended to end the suffering of a family, is on his upper right arm. The phrase "only God can judge me" is tattooed on his ribcage. He also has a feather, a koi fish, Polynesian tribal, an ace of hearts and clubs. Career statistics. Club. As of match played May 22, 2022. International. As of match played March 29, 2022. Honors. Ajax. Eredivisie, 2001-02, 2003-04. KNVB Cup, 2001-02. Johan Cruyff Shield, 2002 Juventus. Serie A, 2004-05, 2005-06 Inter Milan. Serie A, 2006-07, 2007-08, 2008-09. Supercoppa Italiana, 2006, 2008 Barcelona. FIFA Club World Cup, 2009. UEFA Super Cup, 2009. La Liga, 2009-10. Supercopa de España, 2009, 2010 AC Milan. Serie A, 2010-11, 2021-22. Supercoppa Italiana, 2011 Paris Saint-Germain. Ligue 1, 2012-13, 2013-14, 2014-15, 2015-16. Coupe de France, 2014-15, 2015-16. Coupe de la Ligue, 2013-14, 2014-15, 2015-16. Trophée des Champions, 2013, 2014, 2015 Manchester United. UEFA Europa League, 2016-17. EFL Cup, 2016-17. FA Community Shield, 2016 Individual. Ballon d'Or nominations, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016. Ballon d'Or 4th place, 2013. Golden Foot, 2012. FIFA Puskas Award, 2013. FIFA FIF Pro World 11, 2013. UEFA Team of the Year, 2007, 2009, 2013, 2014. UEFA Ultimate Team of the Year. UEFA European Championship Team of the Tournament, 2012. UEFA Champions League Squad of the Season, 2013-14. UEFA Europa League Squad of the Season, 2016-17. ESM Team of the Year, 2006-07, 2007-08, 2012-13, 2013-14. LA Keep Journalists Best 11, 2008. UEFA Euro 2004, Goal of the Tournament, Italy vs Sweden. UEFA Euro 2012, Goal of the Tournament, Sweden vs France. UEFA Champions League Top Assist Provider, 2012-13. Eurosport Goal of the Year, 2004. Club Van 100. Juventus Player of the Year, 2004-05. Serie A Player of the Month, September 2007, December 2008, January 2012, October 2020. Serie A Foreign Footballer of the Year, 2004-05, 2007-08, 2008-09, 2010-11, 2011-12. Serie A Footballer of the Year, 2007-08, 2008-09, 2010-11. Serie A Most Loved Player, 2005. Serie A Team of the Year, 2010-11, 2011-12. Serie A Goal of the Year, 2008. Capocannoniere, 2008-09, 2011-12. Supercoppa Italiana Man of the Match, 2011. Gazzetta Sports Awards Legend, 2020. Italy Best Foreign Athlete, 2021. AC Milan Hall of Fame. Sport Show Goal of the Month Award, November 2012. Sport Show Goal of the Year Award, 2012. GQ Men of the Year, 2013. Sport Accord Play for Change Award, 2015. Ligue 1 Player of the Month, September 2012, January 2014, February 2014, March 2014, November 2015. UNFP Just Fontaine Trophy Ligue 1 Best Forward of the Season, 2012-13. Ligue 1 Best Foreign Player, 2012, 2013, 2014. Ligue 1 Player of the Year, 2012-13, 2013-14, 2015-16. Ligue 1 Team of the Year, 2012-13, 2013-14, 2014-15, 2015-16. Ligue 1 Top Scorer, 2012-13, 2013-14, 2015-16. Ligue 1 Goal of the Year, 2014. Étoile d'Or France Football, 2014, 2016. Trophée des Champions Man of the Match, 2014. Coupe de la Ligue Man of the Match, 2014-15. Coupe de France Man of the Match, 2015-16. Coupe de la Ligue Top Scorer, 2014-15. Coupe de France Top Scorer, 2014-15, 2015-16. Paris Saint-Germain Player of the Month, August 2012, September 2012, November 2013, January 2014, February 2015, November 2015, December 2015, January 2016, February 2016. Paris Saint-Germain Hall of Fame. Paris Saint-Germain Team of the History. Medal of the City of Paris, 2016. Eurosport European Player of the Month, August 2016. Premier League Player of the Month, December 2016. PFA Fans Premier League Player of the Month, December 2016. Manchester United Player of the Month, December 2016, February 2017. Alan Hardaker Trophy, 2017. EFL Cup Top Scorer, 2016-17. MLS All-Star, 2018-2019. MLS Best 11, 2018-2019. MLS Newcomer of the Year, 2018. MLS Goal of the Year, 2018. MLS Greatest Goal, 2020. Best MLS Player ASPI Award, 2019. LA Galaxy Player of the Year, 2018-2019. LA Galaxy Golden Boot, 2018-2019. LA Galaxy Goal of the Year, 2018-2019. Pegasus Award, 2004. Store Grab, 2004. Gold Ballon, 2005, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2020. Jerring Prizet, 2007. Fotbollskanalens Hederspris, 2008. IF's Men's All-Time Sweden Dream Team. International Suite of the Year Award, 2013. Eliasson Merit Award, 2018. Malmö Walk of Fame, 2012. Medal of the City of Malmö, 2015. Swedish Newcomer of the Year, 2001. Swedish Football Personality of the Year, 2002. Swedish Forward of the Year, 2005, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. Swedish Male Athlete of the Year, 2008, 2010, 2013, 2015. Swedish Goal of the Year, 2012, 2013 records. Overall, the only player to have scored at least a goal in De Klassieker in Netherlands, Derby della Madonnina and Derby d'Italia in Italy, El Clasico and Derby Barcelona in Spain, Le Classique in France, Manchester Derby and Northwest Derby in England, El Tráfico and California Clasico in United States. The only player to score in the UEFA Champions League with 6 teams, Ajax, Juventus, Inter Milan, Barcelona, Milan, and Paris Saint-Germain. The only player to score on his Premier League, Serie A, La Liga, Ligue 1 and UEFA Champions League debut. The only player to have scored 50 Serie A goals for both Inter Milan and Milan. The only foreign player to have won Capocannoniere with 2 teams, in addition to 2 teams from the same city, Inter Milan and Milan. One of 3 players, after Adrien Mutu and Jean Carew, to have scored in European competitions with 7 different teams. Paris Saint-Germain. First Paris Saint-Germain player to be top goalscorer in 3 Ligue 1 seasons. Most Ligue 1 goals in a single season, 38 in 2015-16 season. Fastest Ligue 1 hat-trick, 9 minutes. Longest goal-scoring run in Ligue 1, 9 consecutive matches in 2015-16 season. Most goals scored in a single season, 50 in 2015-16 season. All-time top scorer in Le Classique, 11 goals. Manchester United. The second player to score in his first 3 league matches. The second player to score in the Premier League, FA Cup, League Cup, European Competition, and Community Shield in a single season. Premier League. Scored the 25,000th goal in Premier League history. The oldest player to reach 15 goals in a single season. LA Galaxy. Most MLS regular season goals in a season, 30 in 2019 season. Sweden. All-time top goal scorer for Sweden national team, 62 goals. Sweden's top goal scorer in UEFA European Championship, 6 goals. Sweden's only player to score in 3 consecutive UEFA European Championship tournaments, 2004, 2008 and 2012. Most Guldbollen awards, 12. Discography. Singles. Filmography.